All right, guys, we are back in the building, back with some more boxing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and all that good stuff. Now, guys, believe it or not, it is fight week. I know it's hard to believe, especially after coming off of that huge fight week, the build up to Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. But Anthony Joshua will be making his return to the ring this weekend. It was supposed to be a pay-per-view, of course, but Dillian Whyte, his opponent, popped hot for an illegal banned substance, and so the pay-per-view was called off. And how many chances does Dillian Whyte get, guys, on a side note? I think he's done this like 2 or 3 times now, so, you know, what gives? This is starting to be a pattern with Dillian Whyte. But anyway, it's not on pay-per-view anymore. They had to scramble to get a new opponent for Anthony Joshua. And the opponent is going to be Robert Helenius, the Nordic Nightmare. So you can catch the fight on regular Dazn if you guys have Dazn. Now, the last time we seen Helenius, well, the last time I seen Helenius was, I think it was April. Was it April of 2000? No, it was October. October of 2022 when he faced off against his good friend Deontay Wilder. It was Wilder's return, big return to the ring. And Wilder gave Robert Helenius a Nordic Nightmare that night, if you guys know what I mean. Knocked him out in the first round, guys, and he was kind of torn up about it. Deontay Wilder was torn up about it because, if you didn't know, you know, they're really good friends, they're really close, and there's nothing worse than to have to flatline a good friend. So I did understand when they were embracing after the fight, and Wilder was, you know, kind of crying about it, but you know, it is what it is. It goes with the territory. But anyway, I think Helenius has fought recently. This month, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's fought already. So he did get the win. So he's coming off of a win. I think it's a TKO win going into this fight with Anthony Joshua. Now, Joshua also fought this year. It was his first time fighting with his new trainer, Derek James. He was under the tutelage of Derek James. This will be his second time fighting with Derek James. He got the win over Jermaine Franklin. I think that was back in April of this year. But I'm interested in seeing, you know, what the growth has been with Anthony Joshua under the tutelage of Derek James. I'm quite interested in that because we know Anthony Joshua's problem is being kind of timid, you know, not really having that dog in him. And I'm just thinking, you know, being down there in Texas in that hot ass gym, training with Errol Spence, training with other guys like Ryan Garcia, Frank Martin, will that pull that dog up out of him? And we kind of saw a little bit of that today at the face-off and the weigh-in. So let me give you the guys' weights, and we'll talk about what happened at the face-off. Now, Joshua came in at 250 pounds. Robert Helenius came in at 249 and 1/4 pounds. So both of the guys are kind of equal in weight. I'm sure they picked Robert because of the knockout, him being knocked out by Wilder in the first round. I'm sure they want to play it safe. They're looking at facing Deontay Wilder if they can get past this fight. And, you know, they don't want to rock the boat. You guys remember what happened with Andy Ruiz. He came and he messed everything up for Anthony Joshua, being a replacement. He was supposed to fight Big Baby Miller when he lost that fight to Andy Ruiz. Now, let me talk about what happened at the face-off. So they're facing off, and I want to read what Anthony Joshua had to say to you guys. He says, "Have you got a problem with me?" Now he's talking to Helenius. "You're looking at me like you've got a problem or something. You got a problem with me? Seriously, is everything all right with you? You know all this shit here don't matter. Either we're going to fight now or we fight. Either we're going to fight now or we fight tomorrow. Either way, we're going to fight." And Helenius, okay, what else did he say? He said something else here. He says, "All this acting up here don't really mean ish to me unless you want to fight me here and now." And Helenius responded by saying, "I don't have a problem. I'm cool." So it was, you know, it was a stare down. Of course, you know, Helenius going to look at him some sort of way. And like I said, that dog starting to come out of Anthony Joshua. We're going to see if it, you know, transfers into the fight tomorrow night. But here's the thing. Robert Helenius is coming to upset the apple cart. He know this has happened to Anthony Joshua in the past, so he wants it to happen again. And I don't think he's going to take this fight lightly. I think he's going to go in to try to get the win. And hopefully Anthony Joshua is fully prepared for Robert Helenius. But I think he will be, being up under Derrick James. Derrick James is a pretty good trainer. And I do have faith in Anthony Joshua that he'll be able to pull this one off. Now, anyway, let's talk about some other stuff that's going on in the sport of boxing. Next week, guys, well, it is official now that Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed 168-pound champion, will be taking on the undisputed champion at 154 pounds, Jermell Ironman Charlo. And it's undisputed versus undisputed, of course. It's Canelo Alvarez's titles that are on the line. Jermell Charlo will be trying to join an elite group with Terrence Bud Crawford and Clarissa Shields as being a fighter, excuse me, guys, a fighter that is undisputed in 2 weight classes in the 4-belt era. So this is big for Jermell Charlo, and I think it's going to be a good fight. But anyway, they're having their press conferences next week. One takes place in New York and one takes place in LA, guys. There'll probably be some fireworks coming from Jermell's side. Not too much sure about Canelo. You know, he's not much of a trash talker, you know, unless he's provoked, or maybe, you know, you put your hands on him or say something about his mother, then maybe then he'll get out of pocket. But you guys know how braggadocious Jermell is. And I like that energy coming from Jermell because he's backing it up. You know, he's the undisputed champion in one of the toughest divisions. And, you know, if you're not going to big yourself up, you know, you can't expect other people not to do it, but to do it for you. So we're going to see what happens in those press conferences. I'm going to tune in and give you guys my reaction to both of those. But anyway, if you guys got DAZN, make sure you check out Anthony Joshua tomorrow night. See how he does against Robert Helenius, and whether or not, you know, the super fight between him and Wilder is going to be in his future if he wins that fight. And make sure you guys tune in next week for the press conferences for Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. But anyway, guys, that's all I want to talk about. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua. Tell me what you think about Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.